Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dynasty Proud Podcast. And your Celtics have just won their third game in the row in the Emirates NBA Cup. Yeah, that's what it's called now. Third win in a row, and it was a crazy game right here today. It was pretty stressful if you're a Celtics fan. Another double-digit lead in this game, up by 20 plus points. And the Celtics did not give it up. They didn't give it up to one of
Wow.
the best double digit comeback teams in the league right now in the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston escapes with a 109 to 108 win with a 109 to 108 win in this game. Insane. A lot of great stuff that we saw in that first half of this game, and the second half was just absolutely night and day. Philadelphia just clawing back in every chance they could get. And the Celtics were able to hold them off this time, and we ended up with that win, which great to see. Three in a row now, and we're feeling pretty good. 3-3, 500 on the season so far, and yeah, what's your thoughts on this one, Adrian?
So we started off with the energy again, rebounding. We out rebounded Philly this game. It seems like it's the trend these last three games. Rebounding, defensive intensity, just out hustling everyone. A lot of energy out on the floor. Hugo gave us some good minutes there at the second half. Yeah, it was just complete team effort right there.
Yeah, really, really good defensive rebounding game. Well, rebounding game in general again today. 45 rebounds, and then to Philadelphia's 40 total, and yeah, 16 offensive rebounds for the Celtics this time. Just doing it again as far as crashing those boards, getting on the glass and everything. Josh Minot once again was pulling down some crucial rebounds in this game towards the end right there. Wish we could have seen some made free throws to go with that. Felt a little and feel a little bit more comfortable going into that last 30-second stretch. But hey, it is what it is. Then the Celtics got that win.
Yeah. Yeah, the last minutes of execution weren't very nice to look at. But come away with the win, which is good. That's what we care about, and suit them up, lace them up, and get ready for the next one.
That's right, my man. If you're just tuning in right now, welcome to the Dynasty Proud Podcast. You can follow us at Boston Sports Entertainment Network, at BSEN_617. And you can also follow the podcast at Dynasty Proud 18 on X. We're trying to get the podcast a little, the Twitter page a little more engaging and stuff like that, trying to fire off some tweets about the games and what we're seeing during these. But I'm going to go ahead right now. I'm actually going to retweet. Going to retweet the live link that we have going on right now from the Boston Sports Entertainment page on Twitter. If you want to keep going into the game while I do that, go for it, Adrian.
Yeah, so Sam Hauser, somewhat a cold night tonight. I'm not sure if he made a three. I think he had just one basket, to be honest. That's all I can remember. Simons, he came on. He scored a little bit. I think he had 19 during this game. Jaylen, another strong performance. 32
Really,
for Jaylen.
yeah, another good Jaylen game. That third quarter wasn't his best, but yeah, he stepped up in the fourth quarter for sure today.
Yeah, yeah. He had a dagger three. Yeah, yeah, they held on to it. Like I said earlier, you want a little better late game execution, but you hold on, you win, you take the win, and teaching moments there for Joe and these guys, and Hugo definitely takes something away from this game. His defense is just incredible. He had two steals in the third or fourth quarter that just turned the whole momentum of the game around.
It really did. When Hugo got into that game, you never really know what you're going to get with him. As far as scoring wise, you know what you're getting from Hugo when he steps on the floor, defensive wise, for sure. That kid is just all over the floor. He wants to play hard. we even saw it when he dove for the ball that was obviously going to be out of bounds, and out of his reach. But that's just what we need from the kid. Honestly, he's heckling the offensive players, and what more can we need that on this team right now, with players who are lacking defensive games, intensity and stuff like that, or just not having their best defensive performances like Derek White was this game. It's nice to see that burst of energy coming in and helping the team get that win.
Yeah, Derek White, he was hitting a mid jumper game. Not necessarily hitting the threes. I think he may have had a couple, but Peyton was hustling. Peyton was doing everything except hitting the threes, but he provided enough energy and ball distribution, and that's all we needed from him.
Yeah, definitely. Derek White still continuing to struggle from the 3-point line. It's been really hard to watch. These shots are missing pretty badly too. Just one really bad air ball in the game, and the Sixers fans were absolutely giving it to him. It's hard to see some of our best 3-point shooters on the team for the past couple years just absolutely just crumbling this season at shooting these shots. It is what it is. Like you said, he was having a fantastic 2-point game, and the same thing with Peyton Pritchard. So that's all you can really ask for. These guys are still giving it to you in different ways, and we're still coming out with the win. So we'll take it.
Yeah, I wonder how much of that is just the spacing. I mean, they had guys that space the floor. Now they don't have as many shooters, so that may be part of it. These guys don't have the room that they had in the past, so. But they'll get better at some point, though.
I hear what you're saying with that. There was a sequence though where Derek White had 2-3 looks in a row, completely wide open off the rebound, and every time he took the shot, it was just like kind of cringe to watch, man, because they were just missing really bad. And it's the wide open ones. It's the ones that you have to make. And watching him struggle with that, I was saying on Twitter, I'm like, come on, man, just stop being the hero right now. We got to find a different shot than this 3-pointer right now, because it's just absolutely not going in, not anywhere close either.
Yeah, you just got to take ownership of that, and just like you said, just take it to the basket mid game. Whatever it is, if you're not hitting a three, stop taking them.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
You do? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's the neighbors right there. All right. Anyways, continuing on, I wanted to talk about what we saw in this game. Again, starting in the first quarter, what we saw, continuing from Peyton Pritchard, attacking the paint. We saw him starting at the beginning of this game, just getting into the paint, getting the defenders off of him, creating space, and he was just absolutely going crazy from the 2-point shot, like right there in the paint, just absolutely hitting everything. He couldn't miss at points, it felt like, and that's been his game so far this season. The 3-pointers are not falling, but Joe has found a way to get Pritchard involved and using his assets. He's small, he's short, but he's got strength. He's stocky. He can get the defender to create space and pushed off of him and everything like that. And that's absolutely he's been great at that part of his game this year. Another great K to start. Go ahead.
Oh no. Go finish.
Oh, okay. Another great K to start for this game. He was really giving the Celtics everything they needed this game, especially in that first half. Just really continuing to come into form with this team right now. Especially, this has been now a couple of starts in a row for Keita, and it's paying off for Joe. The offensive rebound, the rebounding in general has just been absolutely great with the whole team right now. But Keita is also really asserting himself as getting to the ball and everything like that. Jaylen Brown, go ahead.
There was a sequence when Keita actually blocked Embiid. It looked like he deflected the Maxey drive on the tip. So he
Yeah.
was making himself known out there. He was making a presence of himself.
He was getting the better of Embiid just for a little bit. Embiid definitely figured out how to play against Kata in this game. He had Kata looking kind of foolish on a couple of plays. Kata jumping, coming off the ground and everything like that. And Embiid was just he's a veteran, former MVP, and continuing to do his thing against Kata. And yeah, it was just Embiid was great in his minutes that he had this game. I would appreciate if he doesn't kick our players in the nuts, but hey, it is what it is. Didn't get away with it.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. This is NBA basketball. Some calls are going to go in your favor, the others aren't. It is what it is. Yeah, going on to Hugo. Hugo again with his defense. In that first quarter, he had an assist that turned into a 3-pointer. He had a 3-point shot that went down. I think that was his only score of the game. Let's see. He had 5 points. He was let's see, 2 of 5 from the field. Not bad. He had that slam. That's right. He had that slam dunk after the steal, which was continue what you want to see. Excuse me. That's what you want to see from this kid still. All right. Yeah, not too much to say besides Jaylen going off on that first quarter. Kata again was showing himself. And yeah, the Celtics only had 1 turnover in that quarter, so they were continuing to take care of the ball right from the jump. Simons was in that second quarter, had some elite shot making that we had seen from him, a nice little fadeaway there, and Jaylen still staying hot in that second quarter. Pritchard was also still dominating, scoring the 2-pointer, which we like we said we love to see it. Rebounding again was great. Defense, the defense at the end of the half though absolutely fell asleep to close that half. We saw a lot of great things the first half, but the last 5 minutes, not the best. The Celtics kind of took their foot off the gas, fell asleep a little bit. You wonder if fatigue had anything to do with it. But Philly is a great team. They're 4-0. They came into this game playing great, and you expect the team of Philadelphia to make a run. They're going to keep playing hard, and I think the Celtics, yeah, they took their foot off the gas, but still went into that half with a 11-point lead. So, we'll take that. Teams go on runs. It's just how you respond to them. And the Celtics just at the end of that half were not responding. Just taking some shots that were contested, and it seemed to feel like the Celtics weren't in the same rhythm that they had for the first most of the first half. And you got to credit that to also the city of Philadelphia, the fans, and the players. They were feeding off of the energy during that run, and that's what great teams do.
Yeah, I'm happy that they sort of contained Edgecombe. Last game, he just killed him. He was scoring the ball. I don't know what he ended up with, but last game he had, I think it was like 34 or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
Edgecombe was absolutely came out of nowhere in that first game against us. This game, yeah, you're right. They actually held him very well in this game. He only ended up with 17 points in 40 minutes played. That kid was out there a lot. And for the Celtics to be able to adjust in this second game on how they guarded him and everything, credit to Joe and the staff for looking at the game plan and adjusting from last game to this game. Night and day difference. Didn't let that kid go off, and it didn't end up hurting us. And he didn't end up killing us like how he did last game.
Yeah. You just have Maxey and Embiid out there just hooping it up. Maxey's just a killer right now. He's just 35 points a game. Yeah,
absolutely. Maxey is hitting shots from these deep 3-point attempts. I mean, like, it's insane. And he's just stroking them. I mean, they're going in, like, not hitting any rim. And I'm just like, how does this guy continue to just be on fire against the Celtics like this. I feel like he's almost comfortable just taking that shot. Maxey's so elite. It hurts that he's on the Sixers because it's hard to hate that player. He's just a really likable player, a likable guy, and wow, would a player like him would be amazing on the Celtics. The Philadelphia, they have a great future with Maxey and Edgecombe. Like it's going to be insane what those guys are going to be able to do for the future in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Some of those Maxey shots, when he strokes it, you don't even think it's going to go in, but he ends up getting them. So, yeah, they have a bright future, like you said. I mean, they're.
I know. I see him take these shots, and I'm like, "Come on, that can't go in. It can't go in," and it does. The kid is just absolutely lethal. Wow, yeah, another great game from Maxey. 26 points. He was 8 for 16 shooting, and plus 10, and yeah, good job for Maxey, man. Happy for that kid.
Yeah, he balled out. He's been balling out. Up and coming superstar right there. Yeah, we did our best to contain him. We'll play him again. Hopefully, we do a better job next time.
Yeah, definitely. And Embiid once again had another good game. I'm wondering if this game was the end of that minutes restriction because he played 25. I don't know if they adjusted the minutes that he was going to be playing, but last time I had heard he was at restricted to 20 minutes. But it looks like they let him play a couple more. I mean, he was hooping 6 to 13 today and getting to the line again. Man, the Celtics were having a hard time against this officiating crew today. It was, the free throw disparity was pretty crazy, but the Celtics, there's no excuses for the Celtics fouling. This team has been having trouble defending without fouling all year. And I'm sorry to say, but I think coming into the season this year, saying, "Oh, we want to be more aggressive, we want to foul, we want to test the referees and stuff like that." I feel like anytime a team says that coming into the season, the refs are going to be like, "Yeah, slow your roll. I don't think you guys are going to do that." And I feel like that has actually kind of affected, little conspiracy theory in my own head right here, but I think that's kind of affected the Celtics game this year as far as trying to defend aggressively, like previous teams of last year, where they were getting away with it being aggressive and stuff like that. But when you say you're going to do it and coming into the season, I would just keep that to myself next time and just play hard and not let the referees or anybody know like what your defensive game plan is. But that's just me.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. These guys are professionals. They have access to social media. I'm sure they're seeing and hearing all these things. So, yeah, keep it in house. Whatever your strategies are, just keep it in house. Don't broadcast it to the entire world.
Yeah, it is what it is. I feel like the Celtics are now going to be continued to be officiated like this, and with these younger teams and stuff like that. I feel like the referees, they do look at that. They look at these guys with less experience and they do put a microscope on them and say, "Hey, you know what? They're gonna do whatever they can to try and, um, you know, get away with defensively." But when you tell them, "Hey, like we're coming into the season, we're gonna play aggressive and get our hands in there and everything like that," I don't think that's smart. But hey, you know, they're still continuing to play that way. It's not like they've changed. So, you just live with the results. And I still don't think that I mean, I don't like making excuses as far as the officiating. I have been critical of officiating in the past, but we've seen the Celtics this year. Like I said, they defend and foul a lot. So we just have to expect it this year.
Yeah, it's that whole OKC strategy. You
Yeah,
can't call every
exactly.
single foul. They're gonna foul until they blow the whistle. If they don't blow the whistle, you get the ball back.
Right. And it's just, being the Celtics and everything like that too. You're a premier organization and stuff like that. You, you're gonna be looked at harder. You're going to be looked at more intensely with the fouling and everything like that. We've always been a defensive minded team. We've always been aggressive fouling, but it gets to a point where you got to be like, all right, everyone knows what your strategy is, but don't broadcast to the world that this is what we're going to be doing. That's just me.
Yeah, no, totally agree with you. Keep that stuff in house. And just keep it to yourselves. If that's a strategy, that's a strategy, and just play that way and let the game, be called, officiated the way it's gonna get officiated.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Going into that third quarter, we had seen that the Celtics were starting to let up a little bit, and we wanted to start that third quarter off strong, but it did not happen that way. Unfortunately, the Philadelphia 76ers were riding that momentum coming out of the halftime, and they absolutely went crazy and started, putting the pressure on Jaylen Brown, who was started to turn the ball over. Some really bad turnovers from Jaylen that were letting Philadelphia get back into this game. Pretty much all of the third quarter was kind of hard to watch until we got some really, really good Luka Garza minutes in this game. He came into the game and it helped spark the Celtics to go on a 10-0 run at one point in the game. And I think that was pretty much um, the key to the game was getting him in that game and defending, making some shots. And yeah, he was just an absolute spark plug in that game. It was awesome to see. There was even a point where, Andre Drummond had blocked one of his shots, and they were feeling a little good, feeling a little confident. Luka Garza comes down and he hits like a little like floater over Draymond. I want to keep saying Draymond, Andre Drummond, and you could hear Garza talk a little smack. And I thought it was actually like one of the funniest things because you could just see Drummond's reaction going up the court and just being like, the heck, who is this guy talking to me? But you love that fire from Luka Garza. And he ended up hitting a nice 3-point shot in there in that sequence as well, in his minutes that he was in the game. And man, it helped push that lead back up to, keep it respectable, up 7 going into that fourth quarter. And I had tweeted out, hey, you can't lose a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter if you don't have one. So I was feeling nice. I was like, hey, you know what? Going into that fourth quarter, up 7, we're not gonna, let the rope, let go of the rope again, being up double digits. Now going into this fourth quarter, we're gonna go back to playing our game, play aggressive, and everything like that. Really good to see.
Yeah, I mean, we also got some good minutes from X. He hit a couple of threes, got some offensive rebounds, playing some good, hard nosed defense. He was also a bright spot in that game for us.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely was. Going into that fourth quarter, we needed people to make shots. And Hauser came through in that fourth quarter. He hit a huge 3 after Philadelphia had cut the game to 4 points in the fourth quarter. Puts us back up 7 points, and then now Hugo's in the game, and Hugo is making the difference with his defense in that fourth quarter. Amazing stuff to see. He had 2 steals in that quarter. One of the steals ended up being a inbound pass. So that was a nice little steal right there. He gets it to the wide open. He gets it to an open DY who takes the shot. Unfortunately, was a miss. Philadelphia goes back down the court, and again, Hugo gets another steal, and this time it was given to D White, and D White actually, made the shot. It was a nice little 2-point shot. So it was nice to see Hugo get a little reward for his defense, and it was nice to see Derek White, even though he wasn't making the 3, get something off of that steal.
Yeah, that mid-range game, I mean, I like to see him hit some threes, though. Just killing me to watching him miss these wide open threes and coming up short, and him and Peyton also. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It is what it is, man. It's just so hard to see
yeah,
D White struggle, man,
wise,
because he's brought us so many good moments, so many big clutch shots in games in the past. And
yeah.
Oh man, it's been really hard. But we're 3-3 right now. Even
Yeah,
with his struggles and everything like that, the team has found ways to win, even though he's not hitting his shots. And once the shots do start to hit, I think this team is going to be fine.
yeah, yeah.
I just want him to hit the shots sooner rather than later. It's been really brutal because I love D White. I love D White. Man, it's hard, but you know what? He does other things, in for the team that it's not going to show up on the box score. But hey, we're very lucky to still have D White on this team. Go ahead.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm just echoing everything you said. I'm glad we've been spoiled for these past few seasons.
Super spoiled.
And it's tough to watch sometimes just because we've been so spoiled. But these guys will turn it around with their shooting. D White and Peyton. But
Yeah,
it's
definitely,
just painful to
definitely.
watch at this moment, though, because
Yeah,
these are the shots they make.
yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, D White wasn't making the 3-point shots, but in that fourth quarter, he was still being aggressive. He was still putting his head down, trying to get to the hoop, trying to draw some calls, but the referees were absolutely giving us nothing this game. They really did keep Philadelphia in this game, unfortunately. But, it also comes down to the Celtics had to make shots and play defense and, defend without fouling. But yeah, so like you had said earlier too, in that fourth quarter, X-Man coming into the game hit a huge three-pointer that we 100% needed. If Tillman does not hit that three, we don't win this game,
Yeah,
because it put us up, and the Philadelphia 76ers were making another run. We had gotten up to a double-digit lead in that fourth quarter, and I was just like, no way. Like, come on. We hit the double-digit, lead, and then I felt like Philadelphia's going to make a run here. It just is going to happen. I don't know why whenever the Celtics go up double digits, they relax. And it's just like got to keep that foot on the foot on the gas. But we got out there. We squeaked away with the win right there. Jaylen Brown did not have a great third quarter, but in the fourth quarter he stepped up. He absolutely stepped up in that fourth quarter. Some nice shot making from him. He also hit a huge three in that game. Unfortunately, he was fouled with a couple, less than a minute in the game, and had to make some free throws, and unfortunately split those. I mean, we've been watching Jaylen and free throws for many years now. It's obviously not the best part of his game, and sometimes you expect that split. It's just how do you respond to it, when he doesn't make them. And we've had players in the past, superstars, also split free throws at the end of a game. Jayson Tatum is not excluded from that. It happens. I would just wish that he had a better shooting percentage at the free throw line, because it's so crazy to me how different his shooting form is from his free throw shooting form. The hesitation that he takes in his free throw is so crazy, because you kind of see it in the regular, in his regular shooting form. He has a little bit of a hitch. He kind of holds on to it and releases it right at the last second before he hits the ground. And it's actually felt like it's been a little bit better this year, especially this game. In the past, actually, couple games, but it's something about that free throw shot, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the anticipation of it, if it's whatever it is. I don't think it's mental. I just think it's I just think it's the way he shoots it's odd.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. His shooting form, and I think he's just got to slow himself down. I mean, you get to the foul line, you're all worked up. You get fouled. You just have to take those few seconds and just slow yourself down, slow everything down, and it's just mechanics. But
yeah,
it'll be better though.
yeah. I mean, he's been in 10 years now, and it's kind of been the same shot now, at the free throw line all these years. I don't think it's going to change. So we have to deal with that. He's our number one while Tatum is out, and he's been he's been doing great. Honestly, this season has been absolutely uh a shining moment for Jaylen Brown, and it's been nice to see his teammates now are helping pick up the slack. It's not just Jaylen trying to get it all done himself. We're having players hit some shots now. We're having players go aggressive that are aggressive on the rebounding. Another crazy rebounding game today, I believe, by Josh Minot. He was pulling down some really nice boards. Yeah, he led the team again today with 8 rebounds, and didn't get us any scoring though. 2 points, but I'm taking those rebounds all day. We need those. We'll find the scoring somewhere else, but Josh Minot has to stay in this lineup because the Celtics cannot rebound without him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been rebounding the ball very well in his last 3 games. Him, Kata, you just have to have active bodies under there. Everyone's got to crash the boards and help. No early leak outs, and just help support the backboard.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of that fourth quarter, there was some perplexing timeout usage happening here by Joe Mazzulla. It ended up not backfiring on him, but the team had about four timeouts left in the game when Philadelphia was making that comeback to try and steal the win. But like I said, it ended up working out, and it's all we don't worry about it now, right? The team won. We move on to the next game. But it would have been nice to see Joe take a couple of a timeout. Maybe when Philadelphia cuts it down to like 5 or 6, get the guys regrouped. But it seems like sometimes he's wanting them to push through, kind of like in the past years of keep playing, and then other times it seems like he does help the previous 2 games where we've gotten wins. It seems like he's taken timeouts at the correct moments just to help, like, hey, like let's adjust here real quick. And yeah, it did not backfire on him today. I'm surprised he was awarded the timeout where he's running across the floor on the court. I mean, they gave that to him, and with the way the refs were officiating this game, they could have given him like a tech for being on the court. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, escape with that win. Woo, that was scary, especially after Josh Minot got that rebound and then had to take free throws and just completely missed them. I don't think he's ever really been a good free throw shooter, but that has to when you're in that situation, you have to make those free throws. They're literally free, and you're an NBA player.
Yeah, it's just something you practice your whole basketball life. It's free throws, like you said, they're free. So nobody should be shooting on their 80%, and that's my opinion. But guys struggle. It's just a mental block. It's mechanical, whatever reason it is. A lot of these guys make 100 out of 100 in practice, and when they're in a game, they just tighten up and can't make one.
Yeah, I mean, if Andre Drummond can hit a 3 this game, you should be able to hit some free throws.
Yeah, true enough.
That was insane. I couldn't believe he hit that shot, but it's the NBA, man.
Yeah, even the broadcast said his stroke looked better at 3 than it was at the free throw line.
It did. It looked great. It looked pure. I was like, no way, and it went in.
Yeah, he took a second one that was halfway down. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. I he was feeling it. I was like, if he makes another one, oh my gosh, it might be over for us.
Yeah, good thing he didn't. That would have been the game if they had hit.
If he had, if he hits that one, and then if X-Man doesn't make his, we could say that about a lot of shots. But yeah, I just like the fact that we're using X and Drummond on that situation. Let's go ahead and look at the box score right now. I'm gonna go down the players, starting with Josh Minot, 22 minutes today, 2 points, 3 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive, had an assist as well. A -4. A lot of these guys did not play. Weren't really dominant today. It was a great game. I mean, this was a fun game to watch. The Emirates NBA Cup games continue to actually be super entertaining in a season that, we didn't have that, 3 seasons ago. And the fact that we're getting this crazy competitive ball is awesome in the middle of a season. This could have just been a regular game in Philly, out of the 4 that we play a year. And for the past 3 years, I think the NBA has actually been succeeding in this cup game. As much as I don't really like it, when it produces good basketball, I'm starting to get a little more on board with it. I really don't care whoever wins these cup games, though. I'm just going to be serious. I think they're
Yeah,
fake banners. But
yeah,
hey, it is what it is. The players that win, they get paid a little bit extra more, and hey, it's good for the game.
yeah. I know the Lakers won their first cup, I believe. Correct.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, yeah, and it was a big. You know, what do you do in the celebration? Did you really win something or you didn't win something? So it was a little awkward at the first one,
The
but
Yeah, popping champagne in the middle of a season is a little weird to me still.
yeah, yeah.
Namias Keita, 19 points 19 minutes, 4 points. Not the best rebounding game, 4 rebounds. Let's see. He was a -3 in this game. Derek White, game worst, -15. 6
Well,
out of 16 field goals, and he was 2 of 7 from 3. Just some really poor shooting from the 3 again from D White this season. I think his
yeah.
average is like sub 20% from the 3 this year. It hasn't been good. Jaylen Brown, 32 minutes, 32 points. Really good game from Jaylen Brown scoring wise. 13 of 19 shooting.
Percentage.
68.4%. Yeah, insane percentage. He's continuing to dominate. Let's see how many turnovers. 5 turnovers. So he's kind of he was a little bit up there again. Dribbled one off of his foot. And the Sixers were absolutely applying pressure.
Hmm.
And it is what it is. The good teams are going to continue to attack Jaylen, and his last game, I believe he only had 2 turnovers, which really good game. Turnover wise from him. 4 to 5 is usually what we see sometimes with Jaylen, but I'm gonna take the scoring. I'll take the scoring, and don't really care about the turnovers when we win. When we lose, yeah, it's a different story. But he also had 6 assists. He was really, really finding players. He had some really good dishes today that you're starting to kind of see it come together from him a little bit as far as the playmaking is as far as the playmaking goes. So another good game from Jaylen today. Payne Pritchard, 33 minutes, 15 points. He had 5 assists to go along with JB 6. Between him, Derek, they had 15. Him, Derek, and Pritchard. Sorry, between Pritchard, Brown, and White, they had 15 assists. So those 3
Hmm.
guys, the veterans, they're out here on the team making the plays. Really good passing games from those guys today. Pritchard 7 for 17. A big chunk of those misses was coming 1 for 9 from the 3. Well, man, tough start from the 3-point shooting from our best 3-point shooters. Man, it's been hard
Hmm.
to see, but like we said, Pritchard's still been getting the dishes, getting the dimes out and everything like that. Jaylen Brown also, and Derek White still continuing to move the rock, find the open man to get those shots. Sam Hauser, yeah, man, you said it earlier. He only made that 1 3-point shot, but made it when it counted. Let's see, I believe what quarter was that when he made it. I think it might have been the 3rd. No, that was the 4th. That was the 4th where we were up by 4. He brought it back up to 7. So yeah, we needed that from Sam Hauser, but it is what it is. He shot 1 for 6. And then 1 for 4 from 3. He didn't get too many looks. As far as shooting, Philadelphia was really they're really concerned about him, actually, trying to make sure that he wasn't getting open looks. And because if he would have gotten more shot opportunities, no doubt in my mind, this would have been a different game. But him coming off in that second unit, yeah, you can tell like that they were really targeting him, because he played 24 minutes and he didn't really get to touch the ball that much.
No.
But he did come down with 6 boards. Good rebounding game from Sam Hauser, and 3 assists and a steal. So, yeah, didn't make the shots, but Sam Hauser, he was +3. Xavier Tillman, 5 points today. He hit 1 for 3 from 3. That 3 that we absolutely needed, that we were talking about. Luka Garza, another great game from him. 9 points in 15 minutes. He was a +5 off the bench, and he went 4 or 5 shooting. So, and 1 of 1 from the 3. He comes in with his limited minutes that he's been having. He's been actually doing pretty decent. I know a lot of people don't really like his game or what he's bringing to the Celtics, but I think in the minutes that he's had in these wins, we've absolutely needed him. Absolutely needed him. And I love that little fire that he had going John at Drummond today. I love to see that from the bench guys. He even looked at the bench when he made his 3-pointer over at the Philadelphia bench, and he was talking a little smack. I love to see it. You need guys like that, especially coming off the bench. They're going to give that energy to the other bench guys, and definitely want to see. I definitely want to see Luka Garza continue to build off of these games that he's been having. But he's been really, really good for us coming off the bench.
Yeah, I think the team's building a lot of confidence right now. 3 in a row. All these role guys are going to continue to build confidence and play hard. And Joe's going to push the right buttons and get these guys engaged. And, hopefully we can stack a couple more and keep going.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We just ended Philadelphia's win streak. So, I mean, that was an undefeated team. And now the Celtics are 3-3. They're 500. They just gave Philadelphia, one of the better teams right now in the Eastern Conference, their first loss of the season. Yeah, absolutely. You got to be coming off of this game feeling really good about yourself. You just won your first NBA Cup game. A lot of these guys, they're going to have that confidence now going into the next NBA Cup game. And Jaylen's been there before, where they're trying to win these guys some money. These bench guys, they want to come in. That's a nice little paycheck, a little bit of extra money in their pocket on the season. So, the confidence has to be good. But Jaylen's post game press conference right after the game, he was a little mad at the fact that they let another 25 point lead only come away with a 1-point win. But a win is a win. We'll take it however we can get it. Anthony Simons, 29 minutes, 19 points coming off of the bench, 7 for 21, 33% from the field, 3 of 9 from shooting, so another 33%. He was a team high plus 23. He was, making the most of his minutes and everything like that. But he was taking some, we'll take the 33%, the 7 for 21 for shooting. I just want to see the shot selection get a little bit better for Anthony Simons. Some really questionable shots we saw this game. He went up to the rim, attacked the rim a couple times, and he just had the defense collapsing on him, and he kept trying to go up with it and just got blocked multiple times in a row at the rim. Would have wished we saw a little bit more patience from him, try to look for something else, maybe get a kick out to the outside and try to come back, rework around, get to the top of the key, and try to reset, see if we can do something else. But a lot of the shots also were late in the shot clock. Philadelphia was doing a really good job, especially in that second half, with getting the Celtics to take late contested shots in the shot clock. So Philadelphia played a great game. This was just a great game to watch. It felt like old Celtics, where an old Celtics game where we were competing for the championship, and we had those nerves, like, oh, I want this win. I had those feelings inside my stomach again of like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feels like competitive basketball, even though this season everyone was thinking that the Celtics were going to be non-competitive. I thought we were going to be competitive. We're just not going to be like an NBA championship caliber team. Yeah, great game. I can't say nothing else, nothing more about how great of a game that was. Just absolutely. I love playing Philadelphia. I have nothing against like Philadelphia 76er fans or anything like that. Respect the hell out of them. One of my best friends is a Philadelphia 76ers fan. And, we've been going at it for years, still got love for that team. I just, it, one of these years, one of these days, I feel like the luck for the 76ers is going to swing, but not for a while.
Yeah, love the rivalry games. Long history of rivalries with the 76ers, and hopefully we can bring it back, Like
Yeah,
Joel Embiid says, you always kick our ass, and tonight was another game of that. So,
I wouldn't say we kicked their ass, but it was it was a fun game for sure. And both of the wins now. Philadelphia won by 1 point the last game, and then we win by 1 point this game. I think these teams are a little bit closer than people give them credit for. And I think we can compete with them. If it gets to the playoffs, if we're in it somehow, it'll be a good battle.
yeah, we should be somewhere in that playoff range. Yeah, and hopefully if we're there, they push the pedal and get Tatum back, and maybe we can make a little bit of a run in the playoffs. Because if the conference is close and we're all bunched together, Tatum may be that difference that pushes us a little further ahead than everyone else.
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, yeah, we're probably with the introduction of the play-in and everything like that. I mean, we're looking at like possibly being a potential play-in team. Will they let Tatum come in and try to find himself and establish himself going into the playoffs through a play-in and everything like that? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the correct move for this organization. But I mean, it could happen. Anything can happen, but I really feel like from what the Celtics organization has been telling us, is that it's really going to be up to Tatum, and it's going to be up to Tatum's team. Tatum says he wants to play. Does it make sense for him to play though? That's the only thing. Yes. I think we still need to see where we're at. There's still a lot of season left.
Yeah. If it's up to Tatum, I think he wants to play with these guys anyway, regardless. But they'll hold him out if they're out of playoff contention. I don't see him playing, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
If we're out of it, yeah. If we're out of the playoff contention, he's not coming back. If we're in the play-in, I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It like I said, it can happen. He's made all the indications that he wants to. Should he though? That's the question. Yeah. Baylor Shireman, 3 minutes, nothing. It's okay though. Hugo Gonzalez, 15 minutes. Hey, some good Hugo Gonzalez minutes. 5 points today, 3 offensive rebounds, 2 defensive, and 2 assists, and those 2 steals that we had talked about earlier. This kid, man, he continues to show he's gonna be a starter one day. He's gonna be starting for the Boston Celtics. Don't know when, but it might be. He might get a shot. He might get another shot at starting. If Pritchard is the main ball handler and everything like that, bringing the ball up the floor, I can't really see Pritchard getting benched for Hugo Gonzalez this season. I can't see Derek White getting benched for Hugo Gonzalez this season. It would take an extremely, extremely long shooting slump for either of these guys to lose their starting spot for the season. And I don't think Joe is gonna change that. It'll take a lot. And like we said, I don't see Pritchard or Derek White having a long shooting slump this year. It's going to turn around. It always does. It's just starting off the year right now, 6 games. It's still everything is still new for the team. You know, Derek's role and Peyton's role in the team right now is way different than what it used to be. And, you know, they're gonna adjust. So we're just waiting for it to happen. When it does, I mean, the team can definitely can obviously play better than what they did today.
Yeah, right now they're pressing. They want to see the ball go in so much. They're just
Yeah, you're
pressing.
right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it that is exactly what it feels like. It feels like pressing for sure. Um, yeah, Celtics win this game, man. Great game, man. Let's see what the Celtics schedule is coming up right now. So it looks like the next game, wow, back to back. So tomorrow, November
Mhm.
1st against Houston. So that's how many? Jeez, 3 back to backs in a row. So
Wow.
we had the Detroit and then New Orleans. That was a back to back. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. We had that day between Cleveland and today. But so 2 back to backs to start a season is kind of crazy. All right, so yeah, tomorrow, November 1st versus Houston. That game is starting at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
That's man. All right, going back to visit Ime Udoka, man. Oh no, Houston's coming to us. Hey, we got
Oh,
like not
okay.
yeah, Houston's coming to us. So we got a nice little 3-game homestand coming up right now. Houston, Utah, and Washington. If we can get out of this weekend 4-3 against Houston, I like that, man. I think that's still a decent start to the season for the team. For the first 7 games right there. It's gonna be tough, man. They got KD over there. They got size. They got Ime Udoka coming back to the Garden. I want to see how is this gonna be Ime's first game back at the Garden, or am I tripping? Somebody comment. Let me know because I want to see how the fan reaction is gonna be for that right there. We gotta absolutely let Houston hear it. We have to bring the energy from the Celtics fans. We got to be because we're feeling good right now, 3-3 on the season. So let's keep it going, my man. You know what I'm saying? How we doing? How we doing? All right, Adrian, I got you back. You doing good, bro?
Yeah, I just lost connection on the laptop. I'm on my
Oh,
phone right now.
all good, bro. Yes, I was just saying, we gotta, we got the Celtics fans. They gotta come hard right now for the next game, man. Bring that energy and everything like that. Let Houston feel it, man. We want to be winning at the end of this weekend right here. We want to have a winning record. Don't want to go into the next week going down 3-4. It's gonna be tough,
Yeah.
but honestly, from what we've seen from this team right now, the last 3 games, I'm confident that they can get this win.
Yeah, I think they can. Yeah, just rebound and rebound and rebound. Houston's a little bigger team. KD and they got that center there, Shugan, or I'm not pronouncing his name right, but they're a little bigger team. But hustle and crash the boards, we should be fine.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. Players, shoot better at home, so maybe we'll see some D White shots from 3 go in, some Pritchard shots start to hit. Yeah, feeling good about this next game coming in. But man, this was our longest podcast post game that we've had so far, my man. We're almost about to
Oh,
hit an hour.
yeah,
Some good
yeah.
things to talk about this game. When you have a competitive game like this, it's just nice to talk about because there was a lot of good things we saw, a lot of bad things, but
Cover
some
everything. Yeah,
yeah, we covered everything today.
yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So I mean, pretty much don't really have anything else to say about this post game. Just gonna be waiting now for the player reactions and everything,
Yeah.
comments and stuff like that from
Yeah.
Joe. It's kind of like the one thing we kind of miss starting so early after a post game, but we're
Hmm.
trying to beat this algorithm, trying to get to the viewers first and everything like that. It is what it is, man. All right, yeah. You guys can follow me at Parquet Poppy. I'm pretty much on all socials. I got a X account, Instagram that I don't really use that much, but follow me on there. You can follow Adrian here. He's at NBA Swing Pass on Twitter. Also follow the Dynasty Proud 18 Twitter, and you can see them right here at the bottom of the screen right here. Also BSEN_617. That's Boston Sports Entertainment Network. We're here to talk some ball. If you guys want to get in the comments and live chat with us, go ahead and don't be scared. We'd love to keep some some dialogue going on between you guys in the comments and everything like that in the future. So, as we continue to come back and talk and, talk some ball more, we want to get to know you guys and the fans and everything like that of the Boston Celtics. So trying to build a nice little community here with everyone and, keep this train rolling. The Boston Celtics are now 3-3 going back to Boston at TD Garden to face the Houston Rockets tomorrow. I don't know if I will be here for the post game. Tomorrow I might be off. I'm going to catch a football game, and I might be back in time. I'll keep you all updated. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for everybody tuning in tonight. See y'all in the next game, whenever that is. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the one after that. Peace out and go Celtics. Take care, everyone.
Ends tonight here. It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. The Celtics are NBA champions.